Hi everyone, Dorota International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today we are gonna play with a beautiful nail art. I love this ombre look as a background, it always looks amazing. Have a preview of it in here. I hope you really enjoy watching this tutorial. If you do, let me know in the comments what else you would like to see it on this channel so we can produce that for you. Let's start! Just on time, like for September nails for the clients, I have prepared this design for you, and it's actually awesome. Look at this ombre, very easy to do it as well, and I will show you. The colors we will use it today is 239 and 225, and we do, guys, post it international. I'm gonna start with this beautiful orange, like I think it's amazing, and I thought like we can use it only for the spring and summertime, but no, you could use it also for the autumn time as well. I'm just applying it right in the middle, and then on the edges we are gonna do it the brown, and this is actually awesome brown as well. I will be probably using it quite a lot, so make sure you've got it as well. Like, I'm not the fan of the brown colors, but this is just a perfect shade for the nails, and it looks awesome. And then using the ombre brush, we are gonna do a very fast ombre. I'm just grabbing a tiny bit of the UV cleanser and clean my brush because I'm terrible for leaving it on the light. So I did clean it. And then we are gonna blend it out just with the movements like strokes, straight strokes. And you can see it. You do like, I don't know, 5-7 strokes and you've got a nice ombre. Twist your brush to the other side and do it the same on the other side. I sometimes kind of pick up the product first, and that's what I was doing, and then start doing those strokes. To be honest, that's me happy with it, so you can see it, you get fantastic results in a matter of couple seconds, I would say. Let's do it on another ones, and then we can decorate it with those kind of swirly patterns. My clients always love those swirly patterns because they are so elegant and they go with everything, you know, they are not over the top designs. So paint the orange and then brown, and you could do a different color combination like black and red. I can see it, it look unbelievably fantastic. So let's blend that. Again, I do apologize for the state of my nails, but those of you who are regular subscribers, you guys know we are really busy renovating the new salon, so my hands are really wrecked. And I have no time to do my... okay, I'm not gonna twist because then you will ask me like how you do it on the client, so let me do it in the same direction. Usually doing it on the tips is... I would say easier because you can turn it any direction, but on the clients I tend to turn it any direction I need it to. Okay, and then another one. So this way we've got 3 beautiful backgrounds ready for the design. And I love how pigmented the gel polishes are, like you can get a really amazing coverage like in a 1 layer, like so basically we are doing ombre in a 1 layer. So blend that out. I also do not press, so you can see it what I'm doing. I'm stabilizing my pinky against my hand. I would do it if I'm doing on the clients as well. I would rest my pinky on their hands because it just gives you the stability. Now I can see it, I've got too much product, so I'm just wiping the excess of it. I need to pick up a tiny bit here again. So a couple of the movements and then start blending it. You don't want also too thick product because then it will wrinkle in the lamp. So I'm just blending that out a little bit more. Fantastic. And now I'm not gonna have a trouble curing it. And the first tip is nice and ready. So clean my brush this time, don't leave it on the sun. I need to do this video for cleaning the brushes because I promised it you guys ages ago. Now we are gonna use the black foil gel, and again guys, if you don't have it, you have to stock yourself, like especially with the white and black, like they are my favorite ones. Like I cannot live without of them. You can do so many designs with those gels.
Okay, quick squiggles. I always love them because they look so effective. So I'm just picking up a tiny bit of the gel, clean my brush, so it is nice and flexible, especially that's before I have used it in acrylic paint, and you can see it's a little bit stiff. So again, I need to train my brush to a new product. This is something like quite a lot of you asking me as well, do you need actually separate brush for gels and separate brush for acrylic paints? Ideally, yes, but you can also kind of retrain your brush to the product you're using. So I'm kind of doing a nice swirls now, getting my brush flexibility again, and you can see it also after acrylic paints. I love it how thin the tip of the brush is, because acrylic paints like are just amazing for nail art too. Okay, Dorota, stop talking and start painting. I'm just getting excited. So I'm picking up a small scoop, like ideally you want a tiny wee blob in there, and that will allow you to do it like a nice shapes, and then start twisting your hand. Okay, so we are gonna do like a swirly bits. We can also prolongate it on that side, so it's even nicer. Then do something on the top. I have no clue what we are gonna paint. So basically, oh, I love this brush now after acrylic paints, guys, unbelievable. Like, look at those nice and thin lines. I do never know what I'm gonna paint. So I'm kind of placing one bead after another, and then I see it, what will go and what wouldn't go. Okay, so I'm trying to follow those kind of nice and thin lines. And to be honest, this looks already amazing. Like, I wouldn't spoil it with too much. I really don't want to spoil it. Let's do it for a balance on the other side. Nice and slow. Prolong it. And just follow it. That looks awesome. Because the things looks a little bit empty, I need to add something through it. And I'm gonna just place like a wee blob and drag through it. So this way you're kind of creating a nice swirly pattern. And it's pretty simple, because you're just filling up some empty spaces. Blob, drag it. Blob and drag it. That looks awesome. So we can see it, the pattern is kind of born as we keep adding more and more. And this isn't like that's it, that's enough. I'm really happy with it. Like, I would leave this one on its own. We don't want to spoil it. Okay, next one. So on next one, I will show you something a little bit different, maybe a little bit even more heavy. So let's do it, the design at that angle. Again, I'm picking up my blob, drag it, another blob, join it in, and another blob. Okay. Then, so obviously on the client, I wouldn't turn it. I would just work my brush and hand like this. Join them in, perfect. Work opposite way. So one. And this is something I do it actually quite a lot for my clients. They always love it so much, because it looks like either a butterfly wing, it looks like a leaf, absolutely amazing. So I'm kind of doing the entire design with the same pattern. 1, 2, 3. And then just join them in. You can go as long as you want. Okay, we have got the main pattern, and then we are just going to fill it up with some extra lines. So exactly the same movement we done it before. A blob, and then go nice and thin. A blob, nice and thin. Something in here. Something in there. And something in here. And that's it. One more. Happy with this one, so you can see it again, nice and simple design. And then it's a time for a third tip. So on the third tip, we can work maybe from the top this time, and I'm gonna do another different pattern. So when you're working with the swirl pattern, you have to go really nice and slow, because you don't want your brush to flick by accident. Now, because I have painted some time, my brush is loaded with the paint too much and it starts to don't behave. So I have just cleaned the excess of the paint, and I'm making sure I've got it more on the tip. So this part of the brush is still nice and flexible, okay? You can also even train your brush like this. So for lines, this is actually quite important to show you guys. So for lines, I'm training my brush that way. I tend to roll it like this, so I've got a nice tip. For the squiggles, I'm training my brush that way. I'm just training it up. See, and like first move, my brush did split after doing the lines, and now because it's trained up, it even doesn't split. So this is really important. You kind of let your brush learn what you are gonna do it with it. That looks nice on its own, like you don't have to do it much. Let me just fix this parts because I don't like it. Oh no, I need to show you one more move because I really, one more pattern because I really like it. Okay, so I want to paint the swirl. And when I've got the swirls, I really like to do like a wee triangle shape. So I go like this and like that. That looks always nice as well. See, this is danger. My brush can flick, so I need to really slow down. It didn't flick. Okay, now let's join the things together. Because if they are not joined in together, things don't look nice. Okay, so doing those easy motion can make our design nice and pretty. Nice and squiggly bits. This one looks actually very Halloween. Okay, start filling up. And I'm just gonna do the same triangle here. So the bottom balance is quite nice. We need to fill up a tiny bit on the top so the things go gradually in. And that way we've got our tip finished, almost. Okay, so you're just searching for the places where you want to fill it, and this way we've got another swirly pattern in. Again, something a little bit different. So this one is so delicate, but I do hope, guys, you have enjoyed it, and you will be using, I love this ones, like always for my clients, because you can just put a couple gems in there, and that will enhance it further. So we are gonna apply the top coat over it. What else I love about those gels in the pots, that you don't have to necessarily put a top coat over it. So if you want, you could top coat it your ombre first and then paint it with it, and that will give you kind of 3D look. So this is awesome way to create designs as well. You could also use it with the sugars, and that will look fantastic too. We actually got some black sugar. I could actually sprinkle it with the sugar. I should do it one like that. But yeah, you have to learn those squiggles, guys, because they are really popular in the salon and they go with every time of the year. Okay, this one is done, this one is done, and then we have to top coat that one. Yeah, this one actually looks quite different. Cook it. You can also see it when I'm putting a top coat. I do tend to go and twist my tip in different direction because I want to make sure it's cooked everywhere. And then I can show you all four together. Okay, so the first one is ready. There we are. I'm trying to don't touch them too much, so you can see it. We could do it like the entire set orange or brown, and then two fingers like a ring finger and the middle finger, or index finger and the middle index finger and the ring finger with this pattern, and it will look just absolutely fantastic. This one is ready as well. Let's place it here. And so does this one. Let's place it there. So that's what we have created today, and I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed this video and you have learned how to paint the swirl design. Sending you glittery hacks, and bye for now.